Giannis Antetokounmpo, will he ask out of Milwaukee within the next year?
No, I'm going to sell that because the big extension didn't even kick in yet. It doesn't even kick in until next year. I think it'd be year 3 of that contract where he's like thinking about getting out. I think it's way too early to say he'd want to. I do think their coach needs fired ASAP. And their last 42 regular season games, you know what they are?
What?
They're 20-22. They're struggling in the last
Not
40
good,
regular season
man.
games. No, he needs to get out of there. But I think Giannis has another coach era to go through before he actually requests a trade. You know what I mean? Like I think it'll take another guy coming in struggling before he's like, all right, I need out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it this past offseason, the Drew Holiday trade, right? I
Mm-hmm.
was very against it. I'm still very, very against it. I thought it was the worst trade in NBA history. Still think it might be one of the worst trades in NBA history. We mentioned that they gave all that up for Drew Holiday. Now, look at Phoenix. How good has Phoenix been? They've been really good, right? And they've been the best team since Orlando, since the beginning of the bubble. The Phoenix Suns have the best record. Now, one thing I will mention is yes, they were doing good before they got Chris Paul, but they were not guaranteed to be this good, right? This year they've done really well. And one thing I will say is they gave up 4 first round picks for Drew Holiday, Caleb. You know what they could have gave up for Chris Paul? 2 first round picks. They could have gave up 2 first round picks, had a much better player, and probably be a top 2 team in the East right now. I think that's a big mistake that they made. I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel like Chris Paul in Milwaukee would have really helped Giannis stay. I'm going to buy that. I think he's going to eventually leave. I think within the next 2 years, Giannis is going to give them this year. And if they don't make it by next year to the finals, he's gone. If they don't make it at least to the finals, what's one good reason, Caleb? You tell me. What's one good reason why Giannis would stay? He got his bag, and he's been there long enough to say that, hey, I've been loyal. And at the end of the day, they're not going to trade him to Detroit or Minnesota or Sacramento. They're going to have to trade him to a team that he wants to. We saw it with James Harden. You know, as much as they didn't want to trade him to Brooklyn, they had to do it. As much as the Pelicans didn't want to trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers, they did it. So I just feel like they're going to have to do it because look at it with Kawhi. Kawhi Popovich said, no, I'm not trading to the Lakers. He got fleeced. They got fleeced. So
Yeah.
you sometimes just have to give in. I think Giannis is going to leave, man. I just don't see him wanting to stay.
I think he'll leave eventually, but not within the next year. I think he'll have to go through another coach tenure before he's like, okay, get me the hell out of here.
That is true. If they do get rid of Bud, I wouldn't be surprised if Giannis says, "Hey, you know what? I'll give it another shot. Let's give me another 2 years on top of maybe next year. So maybe 3 years from now."